Which all-in-one PC are you using right now, and what is your opinion on it? Let me know in the comments. Number 5. Asus AIO V241. Best for most people. Apple-esque is one term that can be used to describe the PC. Its aluminium base and curved backside are key in this comparison, but what it does have going for it over an iMac is its strikingly thin side and top bezels. It does have a bit of a chin, but this is easily forgiven by the fact that it serves as a soundbar, which we'll get more into later. The V241 IC sports a 23.8-inch LED backlit Full HD touch display with a resolution of 1920 by 1080. Apart from looking really sharp with those super thin bezels, it's actually quite a nice display. Viewing angles, colors and contrast are good, and it's bright enough for any lighting situation. We also love the fact that it's a touch panel, which can contribute to productivity in some cases. The V241 software is far from anything special, which is not to say that it's bad. Quite the contrary, in fact. It comes preloaded with Windows 10 Home along with all its stock apps. In addition, there's a copy of Microsoft Office as well as a few Asus proprietary apps. Right as we first booted up Windows for the first time, everything was off. The specs on paper looked good: Ryzen 3's processor, 8GB of RAM and even a discrete GPU. You're certainly paying a premium for the Asus brand, but the V241 is a well-rounded package and worth picking up. Number 4. HP 22. Best under $500. The HP All-in-One 22 is a compact PC at a rock-bottom price that could make sense as a second system for YouTube watching and basic browsing. With thin bezels on the top and sides, the HP 22 DD0010 measures 19.3 inches wide by 15 inches high and weighs only a hair over 16 pounds. Still, for such a small system, the HP 22 DD0010 takes up a lot of space. Unlike the rectangular base and simple neck of the Pavilion 24 All-in-One, the HP 22 uses a wireframe stand that touches down in 4 corners, covering a rectangle that's 14.2 inches wide by 8 inches deep. A lot of computer for less, that's the HP 22, and it checks all boxes for must-have features we always want from an all-in-one desktop, including a capable quad-core processor, 4GB system memory and 1080p HD touchscreen, as well as useful connectivity. Work carefree and keep in touch with colleagues and friends with the HP TrueVision HD camera, dual-array microphone and dual front-facing speakers. The pop-up camera is only enabled when in use, securing your privacy. The HP 22 All-in-One PC blends the power of a desktop with the beauty of a slim, modern display into one dependable device designed to grow with you. Tackle your busiest days and save everything you love with the performance of a reliable AMD processor. Number 3. Microsoft Surface Studio 2. Best for artists. This one is the perfect device for designers because it has an amazing touchscreen panel and the hinge is pretty flexible. This means you can use it as a drawing board and can work on your creativity. It has a nice design and an amazing performance. The only thing that you have to worry about is the price, since this one is a bit expensive, but in my opinion, it's worth it. The best feature of this desktop, in my opinion, is the spring-assisted dual hinge design that allows you to set it up as a normal desktop and lay it down like a drawing tablet. This one has one of the best displays on the market today thanks to the amazing resolution, and the 10-point multi-touch support with the included Surface Pen delivers a great experience with 4096 pressure levels and tilt support as well. You should also know that it can get pretty bright at 456 nits, and the amazing resolution of 4500 by 3000 means you can have amazing experiences with this one. I almost forgot to say that this one is equipped with an Intel Core i7-7820 HQ CPU with 16GB of RAM and 1TB SSD storage. I can only say that if you want the best, you should definitely check out the Microsoft Surface Studio 2. Number 2. Lenovo IdeaCenter AIO 3. Best value. The 24-inch Lenovo IdeaCenter AIO 3 is a handsome modern desktop that checks a lot of boxes for all-in-one buyers. Sleek design, stellar display, and strong performance. The IdeaCenter AIO 3's external design is notable too. While it looks like a monitor on a tubular stand, it separates its processing innards from the monitor in a rectangular box that sits directly on the desk. There are no front-facing USB ports to plug things into, but you have all of them at the back and sides. The side bezels here are particularly thin compared to an Apple iMac, but the top bezel is thick to accommodate a webcam, so is the bottom bezel to create space for the built-in speakers. There are no front-facing USB ports to plug things into, and moving the guts of the machine into the box means the monitor part of the PC can be thinner than in other all-in-ones. The display is brighter than most devices Lenovo puts out, hitting somewhere around 350 nits of brightness when maxed out. The Idea Center range includes some excellent value. For most entries, it's best to ignore the cheapest model and pick the middle ground, only moving up to the most expensive model if there's a particular need. Number 1. Apple iMac Pro. Best high-end PC. The iMac Pro is a powerful professional all-in-one that may only be for a very particular clientele. It offers a lot of raw power and a premium price tag to match. Still, if the Mac Pro is ideal for your needs, then you'll get a lot of mileage out of this computer. But the true revolution, Apple's engineers might counter, lies beneath the hood. The computer's design doesn't need to change much because it was already so good. To wit, a gorgeous 27-inch 5K display and sleek aluminium enclosure packs everything from stereo speakers to the power supply. In fact, the engineers have even added more inside: Intel Xeon multi-core processors and a significant increase in wattage, among other upgrades. The same enclosure without bloating the case by so much as a millimeter in any direction. And if you need more power, there is an awful lot you can add to the iMac Pro. The iMac Pro can be configured to have a 2.3 GHz 18-core Intel Xeon W, plus 256 GB of EEC DDR4 RAM, and a Radeon Pro Vega 64X with 16 GB HBM2 RAM. It can have 4 TB of SSD storage, so this is actually one area where the iMac beats it. The iMac can be bought with 8 TB. It really is the best all-in-one desktop without a doubt. Buying guide. Display. If you want to use the PC to view and edit 4K media, then a monitor with 4K or better resolution is a must-have. In general, 4K resolution is what we recommend. As 4K streaming through services like Netflix and YouTube becomes more common, you'll definitely want a display that can handle the best picture available. However, if you're looking for an opportunity to get an all-in-one PC for less, opting for a lower resolution display is one of the easiest ways to save money without sacrificing overall performance. Graphics. All the pretty visuals you see in games and videos require graphics processing. Most users can get by with integrated graphics, the graphics processing hardware that comes with your computer's processor. It's sufficient for the web browsing, office work and media streaming that make up the bulk of general computer use. FAQ. What does an all-in-one computer mean? In the simplest terms, it's a computer that combines all desktop components in one enclosed unit, instead of having a separate computer tower from the display monitor. It functions in the same way as a traditional desktop arrangement, but typically has a smaller profile and takes up much less space. Is all-in-one PC good for gaming? The success should come as no surprise, as all-in-ones can make ideal family machines. Cheap, integrated graphics and low-performance CPUs may be perfect for super-thin all-in-ones, which from an engineering standpoint have more in common with laptops than desktops, but they don't foster great PC gaming. Do all-in-one computers have graphics cards? No, all-in-ones don't have PCI Express slots to insert a graphics card. Also, graphics cards need power from power supply via 6 or 6+2 pin connector cables. So you need a PC to use graphics cards which have extra cables to power graphics cards. Can we increase RAM in an all-in-one PC? Yes, you can upgrade both the RAM and the hard drive of the all-in-one you're linked to. The RAM utilizes DDR4 2133 memory utilizing SODIMM packages. The hard drive can be replaced with any desktop class 3.5-inch SATA 2 6.0 gigabit per second based hard drive mechanism.